What is going on, team? Travis Bailey here, and I'm excited to make this new video for you in my brand new office here in Modesto, California. I've been a little distant lately. I apologize for that, but I just took over 45% of a local company in Modesto, California, and I've had to be very present while I'm transitioning into the ownership of this company. So I do apologize. I've been a little bit out of touch. So I wanted to make this video about overcoming objections, because it's very natural that people will just say no to your business opportunity. Even if it may be perfectly what they are looking for, it's natural for people to show you resistance. So before I even talk about overcoming objections, I want to talk about how to address them before they ever even come up. How would you like to learn that? That's pretty cool, right? If you could eliminate rejections before they even happened, how big would that be for your prospecting, for building your businesses online? It's a huge advantage you have if you're able to eliminate rejections before they even happen. So when you are first prospecting, you're first introducing yourself to a new person about the business, about whatever opportunity you're promoting, it's important to introduce yourself and build rapport. If you take some time to establish a relationship before you get into pitching and closing and selling and features and benefits, you're going to have a lot less resistance when it comes time to actually talk about business. Because any business, I believe, is the relationship-based business model. Relationship building is the key to building any big teams. Because what is a team? It's one relationship with a bunch of people. So if you don't take time in the very beginning to establish a relationship with someone, and you just go straight into features and benefits of your company, you're going to face a brick wall of resistance, because no one wants to just be sold. People want to like, trust, and respect anyone before they ever get involved in your business. So take a step back. Before you think about how to handle the rejection, think about how to establish a relationship. Because I promise you, if you take that time to establish a relationship and build rapport, your results are going to go through the roof. So first thing you want to do is form. It's an acronym, FORM. The first thing you want to do is talk about form. It stands for family, occupation, recreation, and motivation. If you can talk about those 4 subjects before you even talk about business, before you talk about your company, before you even talk about anything related to the business opportunity you're trying to promote, you want to take the time to build that rapport and talk about their family, their job, their recreational activities, and their motivation. So just for example, you want to establish a relationship with me. We're chatting on Facebook. Let's say I want to establish a relationship with you. I'm going to open up with, hey, what's up? How are you? How's your day? And we're going to chit chat about their day. And then I'm going to say, so what's new with your family? How's everything going with your family? Do you still live with them? Are you out on your own? And we're going to chit chat about that for just a brief moment. And it's a genuine conversation. Don't think, oh my God, I have to build rapport. Be genuine. Really look to make a friend. Because if someone gets that vibe from you, they get that feeling, they get that energy from you, that you're looking to make a new friend, a genuine connection, their walls are going to come down and they're going to be more open to actually working with you, because they can sense how genuine this conversation actually is. So keep that in mind. So I'd say I talk about their family, and then I'd transition into what's happening in your reality lately. What do you do full time? They talk about their job for a moment. I ask them if they like it. I ask them how's their commute. You're looking for a little bit of pain, because that pain is the motivation that they might not even know they need to step out of their current reality that they may or may not be happy with right now. So another objective when you're building your rapport is find out, are they happy with where they're at? And if they're not, help them find out what they can do to improve their situation. So once we've talked about their job for a brief moment, building rapport, I want to talk about their recreation. So then what do you do for fun? Do you like to go to movies? Do you go to party? Do you drink? Do you dance? Do you watch movies? Do you spend time with your family? Do you educate yourself more? What do you do? So you find out what they like to do for fun. And then this last part, motivation, the last part of form, people get awkward about asking this question, but you need to ask this question like it's just a complete casual question. You need to ask it just like a casual question like, what's your favorite color? It needs to be that casual when you ask it. So when you ask them this question, motivation, you get to the last part of form, say, so what's your vision? How much money do you really want to make? Because at this point, they may know that you are trying to talk to them about a business because they've looked at your profile. They see you do business online. They know this much because they've scrolled through your profile as you're chatting. So when you just bluntly ask this question, just completely casually, they're going to answer with their genuine reply, because you know why? You took the time to build rapport. And that's something that the majority of people on the online marketplace don't do. Majority of people are trying to shove products and products and features and benefits down people's throats, and people get sick of that. So if the first thing you do is take time to build a relationship, they're going to look at you completely differently, and they're going to really value the business opportunity a lot more than they would if you didn't take that time to build rapport. So even then, it's still completely natural for people to say, you know what, I'm just not interested in working in an online business. And it's completely natural. But you know what I've learned is that the original objections, I like to call them smoke screen objections, because it's just natural instinct for people to just want to say no. It's just completely natural that people say no to the opportunity the first time around. And I'm sure you know the statistics, don't quote me on these exact numbers, but like 2% of people join on first impression, like 3% join second, 3% join third, another 6% might join fourth and fifth. And then on the sixth and seventh introduction or contact or exposure to your opportunity, at that point, it jumps up to like 40 to 50% join on the sixth to seventh exposure to your business. Now, those are just statistics. They're very rough numbers. They're off the top of my head. I didn't write it down. But think about that. People don't just jump into anything willy-nilly. Willy-nilly. They don't just jump in just because you said, hey, I'm doing it. It's working for me. People want to see that you're consistent with that. So you got to follow up, right? So what do you do to follow up? Are you going to harass them saying, are you ready to join? Are you ready to join? Are you ready to join? No, it's social media. So when you're using social media, you have so many different ways to follow up. I'm sure you don't even realize it. The most number one way that I do follow-ups is by just simply using my posts as follow-ups. I'll let them see a business ad sprinkled in between all my different posts, and they just see it, whether they like it, comment on it, or reply to it, or write you about it or not. 9 times out of 10, the chances are that they still saw that post, and that was an exposure to them because they read what it is, they know what you're talking about, you've had a genuine conversation and built a relationship with them in the past already. So that's a follow-up right there without you even connecting with that person. So think less about harassing these people to join your business after they say no, and think more about preserving the relationship. Because think about how you joined my team. Did I harass you to join my team? Or did we establish a genuine conversation where I really got to know your values, I really got to know your goals, I really got to know what motivates you? And then if you didn't want to join my business opportunity, I didn't say, why not? Just do it. I said, hey, no big deal, no problem at all. So if you eliminate the fear of letting people tell you no, you're going to be able to eliminate rejection because you need to be more concerned about preserving the relationship. If you make establishing and preserving relationships and staying consistent in your business opportunity, you're going to act as a catalyst because people see that you're being consistent. And as you're being more and more consistent for longer and longer time frames, people are looking at you more of a figure that, you're serious, you're really doing this, you're not just some hype salesman, So to eliminate rejection, you just let people tell you no and preserve the relationship. Because I promise you, the more relationships you preserve, the more relationships you build, the bigger your following will become, and the more closely people will watch you. So there's no real way to really just eliminate rejection and everyone says yes to you. But what you can do is become an attractor factor. And to become the attractor factor, you really need to become a catalyst of yourself. The first sell you need to make is yourself. If you sell yourself the belief that you're going to make this happen and you're not going to quit, people are going to recognize that belief level that you set for yourself and that you're not giving up. So the number one way to really eliminate rejection and overcome objections is to let people tell you no. Tell them it's okay that they're not ready. Tell them, hey, if you ever do want to look at your options, I would love to share you more. But what are you up to next weekend? So if you just jump straight back into a friendly conversation, then that takes the pressure off of that person to feel like, oh my God, he's just going to keep going. Oh my God, this person is just going to keep trying to sell me. I need to block him. It comes down to that with a lot of people because they just relentlessly trying to sell you something. So if you take a moment and take a step back from that sale you're trying to make and you look at the person that you thought was interested but said no, they're not saying no to the opportunity. They're not saying no to you. They're saying no to right now in this moment. Doesn't mean it's forever. You just need to follow up later with that person, not just by sending them a message every other day asking if they're ready, but you need to follow up with them through your posts. You need to follow up with them through your consistency in your business opportunity. You need to follow up with them by sharing strategies and your improvements and your updates and what you're doing on your timeline with your posts. Because I guarantee you, even if people don't like, comment, and share those, people see it. And if you can show the consistency and you're consistently putting in an effort to build your business, to improve yourself, and you're being genuine, that's when people start coming back to you and saying, hey, what was that thing that we were talking about? You know, what was that thing that you and I were talking about, that business opportunity? It looks like you're still doing it. You know, and as long as you can stay consistent, that's the number one way to eliminate a rejection, because you're becoming the attractor factor where people are coming to you. And at that point, people are gravitating towards you because, you know, success is frequency. If you're broadcasting that frequency, people are going to like that frequency and they're going to start tuning in. If you continuously broadcast that success frequency, more and more people are going to start tuning in to your frequency because they want to align themselves with other like-minded people that are striving for more success. So this is just a quick video I wanted to make. Shout out to you, Brittany, for requesting this video. I love you guys. I'm here for you guys, and I have been a little bit busy, but the number one way to eliminate rejection is to preserve the relationship that you're building, because this is a relationship-based business model. So keep that in mind. You guys are going to do great if you're consistent and you do not give up. That's the number one key. Do not give up, remain consistent, and be genuine. If you do all of that, in time, people will start flooding your inboxes asking you what you're doing. Okay, so just be consistent, preserve the relationship, and don't fake it till you make it. Act as if you've already made it and present yourself to the marketplace like you have. Do not lie, do not fake anything. Just act as if you're already where you want to be. I'll talk to you guys later, okay?